in the lower bracket. Kasi baka mamaya, they were just in their heads and baka kailangan nila mag-reset and
Yun.
do what they wanna do.
Part talaga ng series yun. 6, no? Na, makuha yung reset na yun.
So let's find out. Dito pa natin malalaman in game number 2 kung maalam na ba ang Vitality laban sa Dominator, because so far yung draft nila hindi naman ganun ka it's not really that bad compared to game number 1. Since they started strong with the Dharma, so maybe this will have a better outcome laban sa lineup ng DMT.
No. When it comes to the early game control, you would have to give it definitely sa Diadia. Level 1 pa lang headline pa rin talaga kaagad ng Diadia na yan. And may dalawang route yung Diadia, no, mga tol. It's actually to stay on to that lane, which you don't necessarily on the like a farm lane, which you don't necessarily see on pro play. Normally this gets dueled with the jungler. Pero what happens is ano lang, guardian lang dito si 19. May bantay lang ulit na. Sakali. Walang any heavy invade mula sa side ng Vitality. This composition does require, no, or there's a possibility sana for a composition like this to be more aggressive sana, like in the early levels, pre-level 4.
Especially yung Jaja. I think I agree with the Jaja kasi may gold EXP na umiikot yan for everybody, especially for the farm lane. So, maybe now, ang kanilang gusto yung Ice probably start the pressure. Starting from the mid, tira mo, tatlo ka agad, nagtawag ka agad dito ng tatlo. So, ang possibly binabantayan nila isang mat to get the destruction in against DMT. Kasi, so far, as you said, pwedeng maging pwedeng maging start ng mga laban to, considering the presence of the Jaja alone. So, baka mamaya, ang naging mindset talaga by just getting this hero is boost up the EXP na walang mahuli and entering level 4 kasi yung dalawa dito from DNT level level 4 na rin si Ahem. So mukhang ma-force ata sila dito ngayon to just dive kahit may tore sa baba.
Let us see na. So far, considering na isa na lang yung kailangan ipanalo dito ng Dominator, and considering the nature of their lineup as well, O6, no? They would want to pace down itong game na to. Early comp din kasi, right? Early comp. So, pero iba magiging flow, kwento natin. Now that level 4s are up on both sides, even the Diadia pwede naman, ayan, level 4 na rin, no? I would definitely say mas explosive ang lineup ng Vitality dito, but the question is, are they leading to doing that setups, no? So far, the groupings are not there. Nakikita mo nag-orbok dito si Zankyu, inaantay lang na ma-soak up itong minion wave sa may mid lane side.
Oo nga, no? Kasi for strong composition, as this, I think you're right. Kasi baka mamaya, are they slowing down something na, may mga point of hesitation pa ba dito? Or maybe just are they looking for the right person to take down? Kasi for Arlie, as we all know, may oras yung Arlie para mag-pop off, not just yet. Kaya notice natin na hindi niya muna pinapabayaan yung judge, hindi pinapabayaan yung Arlie sa baba, and just giving out the right objectives para mas papabilis. Hindi talaga magko-commit yung DMT, not unless magfo-force yung mid lane pa lang na bumisita ka agad sa baba.
And look at this, no? Batayan mo na itong game natin kasi dapat talaga by this time, itong 3-minute, 4-minute mark dapat may ginagawa ng Vitality. Dapat ito, pag nagda-drag out lang yung game pre, yung Yuhua nag-i-scale, Yixing nag-i-scale.
Yeah.
Yung Yixing pre may stacking yan, alam mo yan, di ba?
Yeah.
So the I'm actually favors the format of heroes dito ng Dominator.
So the more na pinapabayaan nilang DMT's lineup, lumalakas sila. So kailangan mo na mag-strike, which we're kind of like expecting in the first minutes of the game. Pero damage buff ay mapupunta, walang iba sa side ng DMT. And in regards of the presence of the Jing with the huge AoE, no commitments just yet. So interesting na na approach for Vitality considering the right amount of toolkit na may laban ata dito. May knock-up, grabe ganda na.
Yup, T5 dito sa may pinakagitna. I was curious if that will translate into anything. There you go, yan ang hinahanap natin. And that is gonna be tops. Again, pre, yung ultimate, yung bilang lang ng ultimate sa laki ng pwede nilang ibato against Dominator. dapat kanina pa lamang yung vitality talaga. And that's what we are talking about. Yan yung inaantay natin. Pero pre, offset to. Yung Byron nakadikit pa rin dun sa may top lane side. And he has very big chunk of minion wave stack to actually push etong outer mid lane turret. So, kahit may first blood, in terms of turret rate, pantay, that leads the gold 2. Tingnan nyo, hindi nagkakalayo pa.
Hindi, exactly. So, I think DMT knew what to trade it for in terms of the objective kasi although lumamang sila ng kill, I think they're looking at the bigger picture dahil sa mapa at kailangan din ng oras ng RD para mag-pop off. And with this kind of consideration, wala mo na mawala ng XP tsaka ng gold. So maybe in a way, mas strategic yung approach nila in terms of handling the 5v5s. Dahil yung yun, mukhang pinopoke lang at I think they're just probably provoking, no? They're provoking the lineup of Dominator to be on the tight spot kasi alam nila wala pa gaano nag-show yung kanilang power spike just yet.
Okay, there goes L. Okay. Dominator, weird lineup, Dominator, nag-group up pre ha. Willing sila yata kung ng 5v5.
Oo nga eh.
Against, mapaka dito kasi tingnan mo yung pwesto nung Dharma. Ayan yan yung nakakapang-alarma doon. May flank yung Dharma kung magkaroon ng breakdown pero hindi yung Dharma umangat na i-report yung Dharma sa may taas. May angle kasi doon sa DRNG pero binabody block ni 19 yung ruta papunta kay DRNG. Okay, that's one.
Okay. Ang ganda ng ang ganda ng presence nila doon. They actually knew what could be the takedown. Siniel, may knock-up at mukhang siya ata ang mawawala doon. It's hard to escape especially kung kung Princess Frost ka. Na-cooldown yung flash. So, yung tight spots na yun, pwede pag-testa ng DMT kaagad.
Yes. Again guys, pag mabagal maglakad ang Flowborn tank. Pero pag within range ka na nung second skill niya, dediretso na lang talaga yun sa'yo.
Literal na
hindi nagmi-miss yung second skill niya.
Yeah. Literal na mamagnet ka na lang doon. So, ang pinaka-question na lang dito is Vitality also waiting for the right time to actually strike? Kasi mukhang macro ang gusto nilang gawin laban sa DMT. Kuha lang muna na clear ng waves, counter up mirror objectives. So far, yun lang naman yung naging casualty ng game in a low scoring situation na scenario. Speaking of which, sa kulitan lang dito.
A little embracer into the mid lane side. At tapos ayun, may vision na panig-iwan para kay Zanko dito. I do feel maganda yung run ni Zanko dito. The smite is not gonna be denied against Zanko. And that's why yung blue buff ay retained pa rin sa kanya. Ayun, good thing, no? May gold nga. At tama nga, Zanko leads gold here. That's significant, 900 gold, no? Even right now. But the Flowborn tank is just gonna be doing tanky things as well. Pero ngayon ang ginagawa ni Zanko could actually play the micro on this one. Pero no, he's playing reactive. Nag-teleport siya. Kuha lang ng kuha talaga ng resources as much as possible. Well, ito ang rason bakit si Zanko mas mataas yung gold kaysa kay Chan X. Diba kanina sa head-to-head?
Ito yung there's a difference pala, no? Like, sometimes dapat you need to see them in action to affirm things kung paano iniikot ni Janky yung yung hero niya alone. Kasi with economy being taken in by the Jing alone, requires also conversion na paano ka magiging lamang. And as you said, medyo reactive yung Jing, yung si Zanko, instead of utilizing the Princess Frost. Maybe if it's a bigger of a casualty, I guess. Dahil mas frozen breath ang kinuha dito ni Ay, what a crucial kill theft.
Grabe.
By Vitality.
That's good. That's great, no? Sir looking nga para sa Vitality dito. They can get for the backline. Hindi na uli yung Yisik sa may pinaklikod pero okay lang. Enough damage for that Yuhu-1. Mga kaibigan, andun pa rin si Chanex pero kasi yung follow through. Here you go. Inantay. Nakuha pa rin yung flank ni Guyu. Pero hindi makakalapit yung Arlie dito. They've given up on the two teammates into the front line and that's it, no? Overall trade favors the members ng Vitality 1/3.
Yep. With that, maybe they were just waiting for the perfect moment, I guess. Kasi early game, naghihintay kami ng konting action dito sa lineup ng Vitality. But looks like in tight spots kung saan na-activate din ng Truth Mantra or ang pwestuhan ni Taos with having a better angle laban sa DMT. Mukhang doon na sila nagka-problema kung paano maka-back away. Kasi, babalik natin yung replay. Dito nagsimula ang lahat. Nag-mirror domain yung Jing on a scenario na ang ganda ng pagkulong din ni Jern. So, automatically, DMT was forced to attack them dahil they have AoE control over them. Kaso, mas mataas yung soak up potential ng Vitality in terms of reflecting damage dahil nga sa Jaja.
Blue team has destroyed a tower.
Okay. Top lane side, Dominator getting dominated now out of their own base right here. So far, eto na yun. Nakakuha ni Zankyo yung scaling na gusto niya makuha talaga. Not to mention Zan as well, no? So, lots of punishment being delivered against Dominator right here. Now, Vitality takes down syempre yung bottom lane inhibitor turret. And then got a replay, no? Para doon sa pickups kanina. Buwelo lang talaga eh. And without a doubt, hindi pa nasa scaling point yung Harley.
Yeah.
Para sa hinahanap nilang late game talaga, no? Pero let us see still. Feeling ko rin kasi talaga countered talaga ng... Hindi pala countered talaga na ata. But rather surely countered ng Jing yung Ying, no? Yung Yixing.
Yes.
So, a lot of dodge. Doon now offset ngayon yung damage ng yung main damage output ng Dominator dito. I feel like kung maghanap tayo ng pag-asa para sa Dominator kung sakaling gusto nila bawiin to. Kasi ang laki ng gold lead pre, 5,000. Nakakay Guyu. Nasa Byron.
Oo nga, no? Kasi he's the only... And yun lang yung pwede lang gawing paraan to actually flank dahil nga sobrang taas ng nila ng strength in terms of 5v5. So if they would have a jump right now dahil may Axe of Torment pa rin naman din siya and also yung yung second item niya. Ito katulad ito, ayan yung talong sinasabi natin, yung si Chanex na medyo ito yung parang doubt ko with just picking out the Flowborn for the jungle itself laban kay Jan Q. Parang you become an easy target in terms of the distance na kaya mo pang iwasan pero mata-take down ka pa rin.
Let's look ladies and gentlemen, let's watch right now, no, kung sakali ano yung mga possible outcomes pa rin no tong running game. And of course, no, you look at it. If of course you look at it, you actually observe this one. Right now, I really don't recommend Dominator taking on the fights against Vitality dito ng diretso, ng head-on. They need to pull off miracles now, right now. Na?
Yeah.
Kasi
Sobra.
hindi lang pre si Zankyu ang nagdadala, pati pre si Zaan.
Oo nga, no?
Significant yung damage yung dala ni Zaan. Look at the gold shot niya ni Zaan dito.
Umabol na rin eh. Second na rin siya eh. May na rin eh.
And
May,
ito yun men eh. Kulang sila ng dashes and gap close para kay Zaan. Like, if you look at it, hindi ito yung parang mga easy assassins, pre.
Walang pwedeng tumalon eh. Considering na magkocommit, pero magkocommit ata kaagad yung dito Dominator for a team fight.
Blue team has slain an enemy.
Oh, okay.
Blue team
Hindi,
has
oh my,
destroyed a tower.
dumidire-diretso lang ata ngayon yung yung Vitality.
Blue team
Hindi ma-hold off ni
killing
Chanex.
Hindi talaga. Oo. Hindi ko rin ma-recommend na mag-team fight talaga. Actually, medyo ilista mo na to, no? This is already in Vitality's hand. I'm not seeing any comeback from this point. Hard dives lang kasi ang kailangan gawin, no? Tingnan mo, ginawa nila Tops, nila Zankyu. And there is that. This is the explosiveness na kan i-deliver ng Vitality against Dominator. And just like that, the game escalated when Zankyu was allowed to actually form his way into the late